What's going on, everyone? College Lefty, and in this one I'm going to have for you guys 4 new player debuts in the starting lineup. They're going to be the finest version of Christian Yelich, the finest version of Mookie Betts, Miguel Cabrera Hardware Edition from 2012, and the finest version of Jose Ramirez. I was able to get these cards through World Series rewards and through my guaranteed finest packs in the last couple videos. If you guys saw, I did pack Mookie Betts, and then I did also pack JD Martinez. Well, I had already bought a JD Martinez for 275,000, 280,000 stubs, and with that I was able to sell him back for about 200 and I think it was like 275. I was able to sell him back for the same price, and after tax I was able to get 250 plus 310,000 from World Series. I got 50K and then 210,000, and I already had about 50K stubs. So if you do the math, I spent 560,000 stubs on these 4 players, and that's what I'm going to be debuting in this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So the lineup is going to be Christian Yelich, Jose Ramirez, Ken Griffey Jr., Babe Ruth, Vladimir Guerrero, Miguel Cabrera, Mookie Betts, and Mike Piazza. With Kershaw on the mound, we're going up against an all-immortal team and his created player. I don't have Pablo Sanchez, my created player. I don't have him on the team at all. But here we go. We got Christian Yelich making his debut, his first at-bat, and I just missed that one. That was a good pitch to hit. It was an outside pitch, and I just missed it. I noticed that Yelich has a similar swing to Griffey and just not as much power, and that's going to be very, very huge. I realized that I have a couple guys in a row here that are all possibly left-handed facing a right-handed pitcher, and Jose Ramirez is sending one deep, his first at-bat. He's hitting one out. As you can see, I already have a home run, and I'm hitting 143 with him. That was in events. This is his ranked seasons debut, and I only played like 2 or 3 games with him in the lineup. But here we go. He hits a home run, ties up the game with Ted Williams, and that was an inside sinker, probably a mistake pitch. But here's Miguel Cabrera making his first at bat, his debut, and squared this one up. There's a little bit of lag involved with this game, and I'll get into that a little bit. But that ball was sent out pretty good there to center field. Mike Trout's going to go ahead and make that play. But it was hit 114, and I really want to try out that Miguel Cabrera. I have Albert Pujols on the bench, but you guys are probably thinking that I'm crazy for that. But this late in the season, Miguel Cabrera is one of my favorite players, and I'm a huge Tigers fan, so I want to try out his best card, if that makes sense. And I'm thinking about doing an all-Tigers team build also, but I might do that in friendly games. I'm not quite sure yet, but here Mike Piazza sending one deep, so we're taking a 2-1 lead. That was a slider over the middle of the plate. Mike Piazza hits one out. The reason why I don't have Yogi Berra on the team anymore is because Piazza is a better all-around hitter, and I didn't want to have another spot for 2 catchers on the team. But there, Jose Ramirez is hitting another home run after Christian Yelich got walked there. But now we're up 4-1. That brings up Ken Griffey Jr., and I squared that one up, but Mike Trout's going to track that one down. He's been covering a lot of ground out there, but now we have Vladimir Guerrero up with 2 outs after Babe Ruth got walked, and Vlad's going to piece one into center field for a single. And Vladimir Guerrero's really been coming around for me. I've been squaring up the ball with him, and I'm hoping to keep the inning going with Miguel Cabrera here. And I just popped up to the second baseman. That was a good pitch. I didn't quite get the barrel of the bat to it. I didn't pull it. And that brings up Griffey later on in the game. I wanted to skip ahead because this game was really lagging. I'll show you guys an example of following this home run to tie it up. It's a 5-5 game. Babe Ruth up at the plate facing immortal Billy Wagner, the same pitcher that Griffey was just facing, and I don't know what the heck happened here. I think he missed it, but I also don't know what happened with Babe Ruth on the bases. He's running out into left field, but he wasn't. I had to go back to second, and he throws it home, so I'm assuming he missed the ball. But that game went on to have a network error connection error, and the opponent did get the loss in that one. It was a 5-5 game. I would have liked to see how it closed out because that was good back and forth action. But now we're going to get into the next one. We have the same lineup going up against a little bit of a different team. He has some immortals. He also has Baez, his creative player, and Johnny Bench with Jake Arrieta on the mound. So we're facing Mike Trout to lead off this game. Finest Scherzer on the mound. I'm going with the cutter away, and he's going to rip it the other way. It's a 1-2 count. He had a pretty good at-bat there. I was trying to get him chasing away. That was kind of what I noticed, that this opponent was swinging at pitches inside off the plate, and that one was not inside off the plate. That was low and inside. He golfed it out with Griffey, and he's going up 3-0 early on in this game. I did end up hitting Ted Williams, and that's how he got on the first base there. But now we have Yelich up at the plate once again, and he draws a leadoff walk, so that's going to be huge, trying to chip away at this deficit. Bringing up Jose Ramirez, and he sends one up the middle, so before you know it, it's a 3-1 game, nobody out. And Jose Ramirez is on bases with that 91 steal rating. I went ahead and took second as well. And that brings up Griffey. and he's going to flare one into center field as well. That's going to bring home Jose Ramirez. And now it's a 3-2 game with nobody out. I really have a chance to tie this game up. I have a chance to break it open here with Vladimir Guerrero. And after Babe Ruth got walked, or I believe, Vladimir Guerrero was sending one deep, and I had a mishap on the bases right there, but luckily the ball bounces over. But now we really have a chance to break this game open. Miguel Cabrera up at the plate, and I was looking for a pitch low and inside. I didn't quite get the PCI there. It's not that Miguel Cabrera is not a good card. It's just I missed it with them. I swung at a couple bad pitches so far with Yelich and Miguel Cabrera both. Swinging too anxious in the count. Same thing here with Mookie Betts. I popped up to right field, and I wanted to send the runners, but I didn't know if he was going to make a bad throw. So I tried to send him back, and it didn't quite work out, and I ended up getting thrown out with Babe Ruth. Just completely my fault on the bases there, but a 3-3 game, I had a chance to break it open, and I didn't. So now I have to look to hold him here and continue on to hit the rest of the game. So that's going to be huge. I had a chance to break Arrieta's confidence down pretty low there. But that brings up Johnny Bench here, and I went with a away slider, and he's going to hit it to right field. Vladimir Guerrero is going to make the play. The thing about having this team with Yelich out there in left field, Mookie Betts, and Jose Ramirez is they play a variety of positions. I can kind of interchange and mix them around. I have Ted Williams on the bench. Yelich is a better outfielder, and I have a better defense out there. Especially if I were to put Lindor at shortstop and then Jose Ramirez at third, for example. Or maybe Baez at second, or Baez in left. That's the thing about having these guys. They're all interchangeable. And having all these immortal cards. I have all the best cards in the game that I would like to try out. But here Babe Ruth is sending one out. And he's going to give us an extra run of insurance in that situation. 4-3. And that brings up Vlad in the bottom of the third, still facing Jake Arrieta. I'm looking for a pitch low and in, a sinker, and he sends one out as well. Back-to-back shots on back-to-back pitches. Vlad sends one off the scoreboard there. That's going to be huge to go up a couple runs. Here I'm gonna pinch hit Lindor for Miguel Cabrera. He wasn't getting the job done for me. It's not that I'm not gonna have that Miguel Cabrera in there. It's just the fact that this Lindor has been really hitting the baseball for me extremely well. I've been hitting over 300 with him, and that's going to send up the middle there for a base hit. And I wasn't able to score that run, but I just wanted to show you guys that I did take out Miguel Cabrera. He's the only one that I took out in this video, just because I struggled with situations where I needed to score runs. I didn't want him to cost me the game. But I also squared it up with him that one at bat and hit it to center field, and it got tracked down. So he does have some power, but his immortal Griffey is sending another home run out of there, making it a 5-4 game. He hit the 2-run shot earlier in the game. And that brings up his creative player. I tried to go inside once again. I'm not going to go away from going inside, even though he hit a couple home runs. I still have to pitch in there. I still have to work the count inside, outside, up and in, up and away, stuff like that. I still have to work all zones of the plate. And he hits a curveball with Baez, sends one deep. He sat on it, rips it to left field. And Baez is an amazing card. I'm thinking about using him as a leadoff hitter. I'm thinking about just mixing up my order a little bit. Having Jose Ramirez in the 2 spot really makes a huge difference in my lineup. And having my creative player not on the team is kind of different. But there, Ted Williams was hitting a pinch hit home run for the pitcher, putting us up 6-5, bringing up finest Jose Ramirez. And I squared that one up as well. I lined out with Yelich and I lined out with Jose Ramirez, but the Jose Ramirez swing was a little bit better. And then here with Griffey, I also squared one up. I wanted to get as many clips as possible in this video of some hard hit balls and some line outs, some fly outs, whatever the case was from both teams. And this opponent brought in Bryce Harper. He's going to get jammed by Immortal Goose Gossage on that slurve. That Goose throws a really hard slurve. I figured that would be a really good pitch to go to at facing this guy. But here we have Vladimir Guerrero up again, and he gets another hit. He's 3-for-3 in this one. And that's going to be huge, man. Getting the guy on base, bringing up Lindor later on in the inning with Vlad on second. And Lindor's going to send a shot out to center field, but Mike Trout's going to track that one down with ease. That was just, I mean, right off the bat, I knew he was going to catch it. And I'm trying to send home Vlad there, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be too aggressive. Even though it was really deep of a fly ball, you're never really going to score. You're never going to score from second base on a sac fly. But I wanted to be aggressive, make him make the throw. And Mookie Betts there. That was Mookie Betts. He's going to send one up the middle, getting a clutch base hit there, putting us up 7-5. And that brings up Griffey. I went inside, finally got one inside on his hands, and he's going to hit a little jam shot to Mookie Betts. He's going to make the play there. And that fast forward, we're in the top of the 6th inning here. His creative player up with 2 outs in the inning. I go with the slurve with Goose, and he's going to also pop that one up to Jose Ramirez. I moved Lindor to short and put Jose Ramirez to third base like I was talking about earlier. And Jose is going to make this play, turn the double play on Mike Napoli, his pinch hitter for the pitcher. And now we have Babe Ruth up at the plate on a 3-1 count with Vladimir Guerrero lurking on deck. And Babe Ruth's going to pull one, send one deep down the right field line. A no-doubt shot that lands up near the, almost went out of the stadium there and into the grass area. But now he has Chipper Jones up at the plate, and he's going to ground one out to second base. Mookie's going to make that play. I like having Mookie Betts there. I thought about using him in left field as well, but I have finest Christian Yelich. I'm really trying to get going with him. In this one, he wasn't able to do anything for me, but in the next couple videos, hopefully I can get a swing with him. Hopefully I can get a swing down and get a couple of no-doubt home runs. I really want to see what his swing is looking like. I was able to hit really well with Jose Ramirez in this one. But here the opponent is sending one in the top of the 9th inning with Albert Pujols to deep center field. That could have easily been a home run, but the first out of the inning in the 9th is huge. He's hitting another one, a rocket right to second base. So we both had some hard line outs. We both had some hard balls put in play that did result in some outs. So it's nice to see when it goes both ways. In the previous video, I didn't really show that the opponent had a lot of jammed hits, a lot of bloopers, and that's how he was able to tie up the game at 5-5. But we do go 2-0 in this one. We won that one 8-5. And thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate the time you take to watch these videos. And until next time, guys, peace out.